Welcome to Don't Just Stand There. It's the podcast where comedians help us navigate the crazy new reality we found ourselves in. And just like in real life, we're splitting our time between the online and the in-person worlds. My super special guest comedian this week is an Edinburgh Fringe veteran, a Guardian journalist, and a writer on BBC One's Have I Got News For You? Alfie Packham!
Hello.
Yay, it's you.
Yes, it's me.
Tell me, what do you love so much about dying forms of media?
I love a bit of legacy media.
Yeah.
As long as it's dying.
That's a hell of a
get
trio.
me on it. Yeah, exactly.
As long as you're going to be out of work in the next 10
Last
years.
in, last out. Yeah, that's how I'm thinking of doing my career. Thanks for that.
It's an interesting position because you're a comedian and you're also a journalist who writes about comedians, which is that cheating?
Well, I don't do that much of that because I've tried to, ever since I became a comedian, I've started to do less of talking about comedians.
Yeah.
I was just talking to Ivo Graham because I interviewed him for The Guardian just as I was starting comedy. And there's some mad lines in there. I called him, I said, I commented on his grey hair. It's like unacceptable.
Have you ever used AI to write an article?
I haven't. No, I'm not. No, I haven't.
Is it frowned upon?
I'd have thought so. Yeah, I mean, it's there's like tools, AI tools that they're starting to try out, scouring through documents and that sort of stuff. You know.
Yeah. You could get through the Epstein files like that.
Yeah, I just put it through the old ChatGPT and
yeah. They found a reference to RuPaul's Drag Race in the Epstein files. That's my favorite fun fact about the Epstein files.
Just a reference to it.
Yeah. Like they watched it one day.
I guess he's got to email about other stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's like going to be casual sort of stuff in there.
True, not all of it can be. Is that what it is? It's his personal back and forth.
What did you think it was?
I thought it was some sort of like list of like
just an evil list.
Yeah, like a Dr. Evil list.
Yeah, with like little pictures of the devil on it. Yeah.
Tuesday,
evil.
Yeah.
Wednesday, more evil. Friday, evil
RuPaul's
again.
Drag Race.
It's evil. Yeah, and RuPaul's Drag Race, followed by more evil. I don't think that's. Yeah, I mean, maybe that'd be quite fun.
And you're recording your first comedy special in February. Like, how does a comedian know it's time? Like, is it like when birds migrate and it's just like a magnetic thing in your brain and you're like, take me to a TV studio? Or like, how do you know?
Well, I had two shows and I had done two shows at the Edinburgh Fringe and no one knew that I'd done that. And I tell people a comedian and they go, okay, where can I see your stuff? And I say, well, if you happen to be in Edinburgh in August.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, you could see the show that I worked for ages on. And I actually figured maybe it's good. If I'm going to be a comedian, it might be good if people saw my comedy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's kind of where that came from.
Wow.
As a thought process.
Kind of revolutionary.
Yeah, I like to think so.
Are you excited to take a peek over the parapet of our echo chambers?
Uh-huh.
And then later we'll be working out who responded best to their bad egg of the week. Have you thought of your bad egg of the week?
I've been thinking about my bad egg.
Okay. Okay, we're going to start on vegan Twitter. Do you spend much time on vegan Twitter?
Yeah, I'm all over that.
Vegan Twitter's quite bleak. It's just a lot of animals getting decapitated most of the time. It's just snuff videos.
Right.
Yeah. And I think I respond better to positive motivation than negative motivation.
It's carrot and stick.
Yeah.
And the carrot in this case is an actual carrot.
Yeah.
And then the stick is
literally
videos
a
of
stick
dead
on a horse.
Yeah. A stick
Cow.
in a horse. Yeah.
If you put up a picture of like a really sexy veggie sausage.
A sexy one.
Yeah.
A sexually attractive one.
Yeah. Then that's how you'd win me over.
Right. And how would that look? How would you make a sausage look sexy?
I think it would need to glisten. So let me tell you what I found on the Veg Doc on X. This guy called Peter. He lives in Maine, and he loves tofu, which blows my mind because that is just not something I think anyone should love.
Mm-hmm. It's okay as long as it's surrounded by other
Better
ingredients.
things.
Yeah, I suppose so.
It's a bit like saying you love like Maroon 5. Like,
The kind of tofu of music.
Yeah, like I've enjoyed it, but it's not like swung the cultural dial for me, if that makes sense. One of my favorite ever Guardian reviews was of Maroon 5. Maybe you wrote it, where they described it as the bland leading the bland. Have you ever done a Hatchet review?
When I was a student, I used to write Hatchet reviews because I wanted to be a comedy writer secretly, I think. And I thought the vehicle to write jokes would be by hatcheting local
Making
restaurants.
enemies. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's kind of cowardly, but I did it. And I went to restaurants and would just give them deliberately bad reviews just so I could make a few jokes. And there's no integrity. Yeah. So I used to do that, but I've grown out of that now.
Wow. Relentlessly positive now. I can feel it.
Yeah, I'm a beacon of joy.
Okay, let's go back to Peter in Maine. He loves tofu. That's all we know so far. So he's got a personalized number plate that says love tofu. The problem is that also spells love to F-U. So the state of Maine has recalled his number plate because it's too rude. But what I love about this is that you can actually click through to read the full story. But I feel like we've got the gist.
I think we've got the story.
We've got the gist.
Yeah.
You probably click it and it's just a cow getting his head chopped off.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's more of those.
It's just lucky he doesn't love nut roast, because that would be an even more extreme number plate.
It would be Christmassy though.
Should we head over to Right Wing Facebook? This one's via the Daily Express Facebook page. The Mayor of London faces backlash after Oxford Street Christmas lights failed to mention Christmas. Made up of strings of stars, the lights do not show the word Christmas or any other imagery widely associated with the holiday. What was it the wise men followed again?
So they don't want any subtext. They just want text. They want the Christmas lights to spell out Christmas lights. And then we know that
on
it's
the
not,
nose.
Because
Sadiq Khan's gone for stars.
Which spell out woke.
What should the Christmas lights show?
I don't know, maybe if we want to keep it patriotic, like just the skulls of Britain's enemies just rode up. Just like Napoleon and Hitler and the old King of Spain. And
like the old enemies, not the...
Oh, yeah, not like... well, we can't... Well, you know.
when you go recent, it suddenly becomes a lot more contentious somehow.
I take a sudden horrific U-turn. No, I think keep it old. That's fun.
Yeah. Just some ancient decaying skulls. That would be unusual.
I think it would be... it would clear some of Oxford Street. Help reduce footfall.
If you're trying to clear Oxford Street, you should just hang the Lime bikes. It could be Lime bikes on Oxford Street, and then Regent Street could be all of the phones that have been nicked.
Yeah, it'd be quite beautiful.
Yeah, just twinkling,
that's quite a good idea.
Spinning. You could dangle the religious people outside Oxford Circus Station.
Yeah.
They're Jesus-y.
Dangle them.
By the legs.
Okay.
Yeah, I choose that word with care because I feel like hang...
It still sounds like a form of crucifixion.
What, dangle?
Yeah. I think you're right. We've got to dangle someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what we've established here. Someone got to
dangle.
Someone got to dangle.
I wonder how many people do get converted by that.
Yeah.
I've never, there's the guy in church like, I had a guy yelling at me, so I thought I'd give it a go.
Yeah.
It must work.
Like, it's a really odd way to change a very key part of your central belief system. To be
Also,
stopped outside Nike Town.
I feel like they should be making podcasts, right? They should be.
I mean,
that's what
true.
The rest of us do when we want attention.
Yeah. Yeah, that's literally all they're doing. They're just doing an in-person podcast in real time.
It's inefficient.
Got a Facebook group here.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Patriots of Worcester.
Yeah. Are they patriotic about Worcester or England as a whole? Is that kind of... I grew up around there.
Oh, really? What's the goss?
The goss?
Yeah.
Well, as a teenager, I would buy Warhammer models there. Don't know if that's goss.
No, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Do you still have them?
I sold a lot of them to buy a drum kit.
Used Warhammer is worth money.
It is.
Oh.
It's very expensive stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, there's a market for it out there. and so it was enough to get a little drum kit.
Wow.
So I and then I.
I mean, in
that to my
terms of
brother.
scale, that's quite an upgrade.
Yeah, it's much bigger
Yeah.
than the Little Men.
Yeah.
Um,
I suppose you could do the same thing with like diamonds, and you would be like,
yeah, I
obviously.
mean, like,
yeah.
money is smaller than
Yeah.
a drum kit. So yeah, if we're talking about the size of things, you're right.
That's not how currency works.
Yeah, it's not the bigger the thing,
Yeah.
the more valuable it is.
Do you want to hear what James has to say?
Go on then.
He says, I drove past 2 canvas signs with what looked like Islamic writing on, tied to the railings outside the church. Does anyone know how long they have been there or what they refer to? Not sure if they're connected to the church. I mean, just off the bat, I'm going to guess probably not connected to the church.
What the
Islamic writing.
No, probably not. Unless unless he's mistaken the church for something else.
True. Is the church actually
Halal chicken place.
I was like desperately searching for a line there, and I was like, nothing. Well, James has had a lot of had a lot of comments back. Remove them. I'll happily take them down myself. Rip them down like they do our flags. World's gone. My favorite. World's gone crazy right now. Should not be allowed. Kiss.
The kiss is good.
Yeah, she's angry, but she's still.
Racism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop the boats.
Right. It comes with a little, sweetener.
Yeah. 2 hours later, James posts, false alarm. They are musical notes. It's an advert for Worcester Cathedral. Should have gone to Specsavers. Starts for 10. Eye test for victim mentality.
There's a theme here with the kind of people wanting to see racism. People want to see,
injustice towards themselves. Yeah. Where it's just not there.
I think it sounds like James needs to just relax a bit.
Yes.
He needs to,
Bit of a
we have talked a lot about Christmas lights.
This is the point of getting out of your echo chamber, right?
It's
Because you
just all
discover
Christmas lights.
what people are talking about. Yeah. I'm going to say a word now which turns off every comedy room. So single listener, don't turn off.
It's just the N word. What is it?
Yeah.
What is it?
Brexit. I've never said that word on stage because I've felt how much it ruins a room. Like, it's crazy. It just takes the energy and sucks it out. I think because we're all just sick to death of it because we heard it for like 5 years. But this week, both the Telegraph and the Financial Times have run stories calling Brexit a disaster. Obviously, quite like righty papers.
They are righty.
Yeah. By which I mean right wing rather than like.
I thought you meant they had writing in them.
Oh, yes, they do. Yeah. Is that what you call it at work at The Guardian?
I'm going to do a righty now.
Yeah. Alfie, could you do a righty, please? It was mentioned in the budget as a key reason we're so much poorer. The Lib Dems say Brexit, sorry, I said it again, has made each of us nearly £4,000 a year poorer.
So I think Brexit is now becoming interesting again because it's nearly a decade ago.
Because it feels a bit retro suddenly.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
like skinny jeans.
Right.
Yeah. What did you say? Uggs?
Yeah.
They back?
I saw someone in Uggs on the way here. And I thought, I'll mention that.
How would you rebrand Brexit?
I think they could have just called it the withdrawal. And I don't know what I expect it to be. It's quite actually hard to think of a name for it.
Yeah. I quite like the withdrawal because it sounds a bit Catholic.
Right. It sounds, yeah.
I was thinking, what about like something like the Johnson? Just like
the Johnson is way worse.
Put it back on Boris.
All right. Okay. Yeah. The Boris Johnson. I forgot about Boris.
No, but also just it then sounds a bit
listening. Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like a tasty sausage, and that just might help people talk about it a bit more readily.
You think so?
Yeah.
Sounds like it would help you talk about it more.
A glistening Brexit. Let's move on to bad egg of the week, because I'm really excited to hear your Dutch bad egg of the week. So the point here is that we work out, you, me, or our listener, who reacted best to their bad egg and who has room for improvement. So this was kind of born of me trying to stand up for myself a bit more, which is why I just thought stand-ups were the perfect people to talk to for this. Are you good at thinking on your feet? You must be. You're an MC. You do a lot of MC.
I guess it depends on the thinking, yeah. I think I can be rude to a stranger, which is basically what MCing is, but yeah.
What's the worst run-in you've ever had when MCing?
I remember there was a drug dealer in the show that Sam Campbell headlined.
Yeah.
And
like
was
working, doing their job.
Yeah, he had a sort of burner phone that kept going off during the show, and he'd go downstairs to do little deals. And he was quite an intimidating guy, so I didn't want to say anything.
So you let Sam Campbell deal with it.
I told him, I think that guy might be doing drug dealing. And when he went on, he took out an FBI badge and he went, FBI! He just has an FBI badge.
Just in case.
Yeah. So that was a good show.
I thought you were going to say that he was trying to deal within the audience, but he was actually doing like work from home, but from your...
Yeah, I probably shouldn't advertise that. But yeah, it's...
he was basically using you as a WeWork. Yeah.
I feel like I'm making it sound like the worst show ever.
Comedy Bandits very rarely has drug dealers and is generally a brilliant show. So... should we start with the listener? I always like starting with the listener. So this is Sam. Hello, Sam. I was in a taxi and the driver spent the whole journey explaining that cycle lanes are a conspiracy invented by the urban elites to collapse family life. I just nodded along because I didn't want him to crash. Should I have challenged him? All I did was not tip.
I mean, I've just come off a trip to the Netherlands. In Amsterdam, where cyclists are everywhere.
Yeah, notoriously.
And I'm actually quite down on cyclists right now because I had a nightmare walking around all the time, constantly getting nearly killed by the... There's couples that hold hands as well on the bikes. Have you seen that?
No.
It's quite sweet, but
yeah,
you also like... they really...
quite girthy. Yeah. I mean, it's a very...
They are like that in weddings.
Well, thanks, Sam. I think you might have done the right thing. Yeah, disagree with him. Don't tip him. Let it slide.
I think it's fine.
I think it's fine. Cycle lanes are a conspiracy invented by urban elites to collapse family life. I mean, look...
Well, they're not a conspiracy. They're like they're conspiracy in the sense that they planned to make them.
And then made them. Yeah.
It's like not a secret conspiracy. It's like... It's quite well documented how they came about.
When is a conspiracy just a plan?
It's a plan, really.
Yeah. I think for me, that's below the line. Last week, I was talking a lot about how there's a line where like I'll say something. I think that's below the line for me.
What's the line mean?
The line of like, oh, I can let that slide. Or the line of like, oh, that's a terrible thing.
What's above the line?
I think above the line is like xenophobia. Maybe not even xenophobia, just racism.
Okay. But a bit of xenophobia is fine.
Xenophobia.
So it could be a bit.
Yeah.
I feel like I like Dutch people when they're on foot.
But not on bikes.
It's sort of cars on foot is fine. Skis, absolutely, you're fine.
Roller skates?
Roller skates, borderline. Any roller skater is... I don't like the backwards thing they do.
This?
Yeah, the thing with the floppy legs.
Yeah.
It bothers me and I don't know why.
I think it's because it defies physics.
It's arrogant.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it must stop.
I'm glad that we found your hill that you are...
I didn't expect to come out this hard on it. But I didn't realize I thought this until I said it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the genius of this podcast. It really brings out your core beliefs. Do you want to hear my bad egg of the week?
Yeah.
Picture the scene. Are you picturing it?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's pretty blank at the moment.
Okay, cool. I was buying a calzone, just a small one for lunch, off this guy. And then he was like, and then all of like this kind of person in the NHS, and they're not even really doctors. And I was like, oh. And I was like, I should say something. And then I didn't. I just walked away with my calzone. I was like, I just won't buy calzones there anymore. Should I have said something?
They said immigrants weren't doctors.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I should have said something. Nah. Below the line?
You're not gonna change his mind, are you?
This is such a good point that like not changing their mind is, I guess what I would want is for just him to think twice before he says it again. I could see the other guy, there was one other person in the shop and I could see him looking at me being like, oh my God, you agree with him? And I was like, no, I don't agree with him. I just want my calzone to leave.
Well, what did you do to make him think you agreed with him? Were you nodding vigorously?
I was like,
Okay.
Like
you actually agreed with him.
No.
You could have just not done that.
It was meant to be non-committal. What, you think actually that like a stony silence might have been?
Yeah, not an affirmative noise.
I don't think, I think has some doubt in it.
Sounds like you think it's delicious to be...
Racism.
So I don't think... I think you've dealt with that poorly, actually.
No.
Now that we have all the information.
Yeah.
I think you really fluffed that one.
Okay. So actually just shut up.
You're rather than what you did.
Yeah.
Which was agree with the guy.
Which is the opposite of what I wanted to do. Okay. Well, I didn't deal with that well. Next time I will try silence. I'll report back next week. So tell us about yours. Who's your bad egg?
Well, on my trip, everyone I came across was very nice, except for this one bartender who my girlfriend was... So basically my fear is always to come across like a dumb tourist, and I wanted a lager I wanted a pilsner at the bar, you know. And we were at this kind of slightly pretentious craft beer place with loads of millions of beers on the wall, and I couldn't see any pilsners, so then I saw a Heineken, and I asked for one of them, and my girlfriend ordered it for me, and then the guy was furious. Apparently he said, oh, we don't have Heineken, but here, I'll just put this beer in a Heineken glass and he won't even notice. And it kind of ruined my day. And I haven't stopped thinking about that guy said. Because he thought I was this sort of idiot kind of guy. Because I haven't sampled one of his delicious beers, which I just don't think are that delicious. They're fine. They're fine. And he was furious with me, and I just think that that's something I will never get over. I left the bar.
We all have to
after
eventually.
I finished the beer.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And we were going to have another one.
So like Sam with the tip,
except mine was even weaker because I did pay for the thing.
The beer. So what do you wish had happened there? Do you wish you had seen him being angry with your girlfriend and walked over and been like, hey?
I wish I'd seen, because it was all in Dutch as well, so I didn't know that there was another Pilsner. So I wish I'd seen that and understood that.
But I feel like that's
basically the whole time I'm there, I wish I'm Dutch. So that's what I think about that, where I'm like, what could I have done?
But mean people gonna mean. So even if you had picked that Pilsner, he might still have just like said that he doesn't like your t-shirt or something.
Yeah, I think I've read a lot into this.
I don't say this lightly, but I think you've dealt with your bad egg the worst out of, like, at least me.
I haven't dealt with it yet.
Yeah, exactly. That's the key thing. Me and Sam have both like made peace with the situation, been like, didn't handle it how I wanted, and moved on. Whereas you're still in the trenches.
Yeah, I'm emotional about it.
Yeah,
I'm livid.
Yeah. What are you going to do to get over this?
The plan was to talk to you, but I feel worse.
Alfie, if people want to come to your record, 6th of February, how do they do that?
Oh, they should come on the train or by bus or
not bike.
Walking, but not bike.
Crucially.
To Hampstead. It's in Hampstead. It's the Circle and Star Theatre. And it's a nice little new theatre that's been kind of built, basically.
For your special.
It's the first special that's going to be filmed there. It's going to be on the Circle and Star Theatre website for tickets. It's going to be cheap tickets. It's just, it's going to be reasonable. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Best of
My first 2 shows. Come on down.
Come on down. Of which I've seen 50%, and that 50% was 100% good. Thank you, Alfie. So much. Thank you for fixing everyone's problems.
No problem. Anytime.
Submit your bad egg of the week. We're on socials at Don't Just Stand There Pod on Instagram and TikTok. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye. Thanks, Alfie.
Bye-bye.